Hey there guys, welcome to my movie vlog. My name's John Campea, and this is Movies to Watch. Are you looking for a good film to watch at home this weekend? Maybe something you haven't watched in a while, or maybe even a movie you haven't seen yet. That's what Movies to Watch is here to recommend for you. And this week, the movie we're recommending is one of my all-time favorite comedies, easily my top 10 favorite comedies of all time, and it's turning 30 years old this week. It's the great Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Okay, so the basic setup for Dirty Rotten Scoundrels is you've got the great Michael Caine, and he plays Lawrence. He is like a swindling con man, but a high-class one living in Beaumont-sur-Mer in the French Riviera. And what he basically does is he finds unscrupulous women and cons them and swindles them out of tens of thousands of dollars, all while pretending to be a deposed prince, and he's trying to raise money for freedom fighters. And everything's going wonderful for him. He's making tons of money until one day, Steve Martin, a bit of a bumbling idiot and a con man himself, rolls into town. The problem is, Steve Martin's character, named Freddy, he likes to prey on women for like 10 bucks, 20 bucks, and Lawrence becomes concerned at this. He's worried that even though this Steve Martin Freddy character is no threat to him, he's worried that he's such a bumbling idiot, he's going to make all the women in the city totally nervous about being swindled and might scare off all his potential victims, right? So he starts to try to devise a way to get rid of this American Freddy dude. Lawrence ultimately agrees to try to teach Freddy the art of the con in exchange as a way to try to get him out of town later on. The two eventually have a parting of the ways and come up with a bet, and the bet is this. We are going to target this woman, and it's a woman played by the late, great Glenn Headley. And they pick her as the target and say, whichever one is able to extract a certain amount of money out of her first wins. The winner gets to stay and keep working in Beaumont-sur-Mer. The loser has to leave town forever. Star Wars fans will be aware of this too, but the man who plays Lawrence's, that's Michael Caine's character, the man who plays Lawrence's butler, because Lawrence is very rich, and he's in on his scams as well, is Emperor Palpatine himself, Ian McDiarmid. You don't see him in a lot of movies, but you see him pop up here and he's instantly recognizable. That's one of my favorite things about this movie. Dirty Rotten Scoundrels is simply Michael Caine and Steve Martin at their comedic best. I laugh my guts out watching this movie. It doesn't matter how many times I've watched it, and I have to have seen it about 30 or 40 times by now, but every time I watch it, I still laugh myself sick. Steve Martin is incredible. He brings a lot of the physical comedy to it, as well as really great, sweet comedic timing. Michael Caine, because of his suaveness, because of his charm, he's able to play a comedy angle right off of Steve Martin as well, and the two of them have such great chemistry together, especially comedically, you just can't take your eyes off it. And whether the comedy comes from when they're pitted against each other, or whether the comedy comes from when they're actually working together, or whether the comedy comes when they're in their bet trying to extract money out of the Headley character, the humor is just always there, and it always comes in different dimensions. See, that's the neat thing about this. A lot of times comedies, they have a certain type of joke that works in their film, and that type of joke is what runs throughout it, and it's on a certain level, and that's fine. What I have found watching Dirty Rotten Scoundrels as many times as I have is there's different levels to the humor as you go throughout the film, and they're constantly changing gears. So going from high-class humor to kind of more vulgar humor to kind of physical humor, like they really do mix it up a lot, and you never know what's about to hit you from the movie, and that's one of the reasons why I love it so much. So if you haven't seen it in a while, go back and check it out, but oh my God, if you have not yet seen Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, the 1988 classic, I highly encourage you, clear some room on your schedule this week, sit down, grab a couple of friends, maybe a significant other, have a couple of drinks, and watch Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. You'll be very, very glad that you did. But I want to know, have you seen Dirty Rotten Scoundrels? If so, how long has it been since you've seen it? What do you think about the film? Jump down to the comments section below and leave me your thoughts. And listen, since Movies to Watch is a brand new series here, what are some other movies you think I should be talking about and re-reviewing as well to recommend to people to check out? Jump into the comments section and let me know. Listen guys, while you're here, why don't you take a second, click on that subscribe button, become subscribed to my YouTube channel, follow me on Twitter, simply at John Campea. That'll do it for me for now, guys. Thanks a lot for joining me. My name's John Campea, and until my next video, bye-bye.